にたどり着くことができるのでしょうか。運命よ、ここにいでよ。
剣に誓う。我が剣よ、影に従え。
火力全開。
判決を下す。
Alright, what is going on, guys? SpitefulHopes back again, coming at you with this little update that they've actually tossed out about Zhongli. And I personally don't like the response all too much, and I'll get into my my thoughts about it in a bit. Let's just quickly read this. We have recently received a lot of feedback from travelers regarding the issues with the character Zhongli. The developers have placed great importance in Zhongli's performance since offline testing has begun. We have been reviewing and analyzing everyone's feedback and have had many discussions about it. We apologize profusely for the lateness of our response, which has left a bad impression on everyone. I actually don't feel like they've taken that long to respond. The truth is that since the character was launched, we have been closely following the situation, both in seeing how people are obtaining, building, and using Zhongli. Honestly, like, obtaining Zhongli, bro, do they not realize like how hard it is for a free-to-play player to actually pull a 5-star to begin with? Yeah, okay. We'd like to take this opportunity to have a conversation with everyone to share our thinking on Zhongli. When we design something, we hope to ensure that the player experience and mechanics are as diverse as possible. The same is true for Zhongli's design. He's designed as a support character, and the core of the support role is the ability to protect other characters in the party. Based on this, we defined his two core abilities as shield creation and controlling the enemy. Now, the reason I don't like this part in particular, here it says the Jade Shield generated by holding Dominus Lapidus, his E ability, provides effective absorption and cover without relying on any other equipment. Now, the thing that I don't like is that he says the core of the support is to protect other characters in the party. Now, this, unfortunately, is literally only for your characters. It has literally zero to do with your allies. So if you're playing co-op, this doesn't give your allies a shield. This only gives yourself a shield, which, to be honest, considering that you can't deal damage anyways, because like he's meant to be built as an HP character, it's kind of like silly in my opinion. Like, honestly, I think that this shield, when you hold the E ability, considering that the cooldown is like 10 seconds, I feel like it should go to the entire party. Like, simple as that. Anyone within this radius, it should provide a shield. Alright, so next on the list, in terms of developing Zhongli and improving his abilities, Zhongli is a character who principally receives HP related benefits. Unfortunately, nothing of his scales with HP except for his ultimate Planet Befall. Unlike some other characters who are focused on improving damage, the main way in which HP improves Zhongli's ability is by helping him to survive. He survives, honestly, if he's built like a damage dealer, he survives 100% just fine without HP. For real. He has a shield with his Jade Shield, like he literally just holds his E ability. His ultimate gives him another shield. Since he's Geo, he obviously like resonates and provides even more shields, like elemental shields for your allies, which they can pick up, right? Like through the I don't even know what they're called. The little crystals that give you a damn shield. So that I understand. But like to just say, oh yeah, the Jade Shield provides effective absorption and cover without relying on any other equipment. It's like you're relying on your allies to hopefully survive and carry your ass. Because like the only real thing that Zhongli does is Planet Befall. Exerts effective control over groups of enemies without relying on elemental reactions or equipment bonuses. Now this, I do think the Planet Befall is pretty OP, especially if you build him with an HP. Even with attack, I think that it's still very, very good. Unfortunately, I don't really see him as a support character. I see him more of a bruiser type character where you want to build him as HP and try to ramp into your ultimates. But like, what kind of sucks is like, sure, you're able to, like, if you have Constellations, right, you'll be able to like generate a good amount of energy, right, with your two constructs. But the reality is you're not really this doesn't provide support. Like, I was kind of hoping that this would increase like your allies' defense or something like that, but it doesn't. It literally just deals garbage damage. It deals garbage damage. It not only deals garbage damage, it provides a decent amount of energy. He only needs 40 energy to actually ult, but he still has to get that from somewhere. And since his E doesn't actually provide him any immediate elemental particles, like, you kind of struggle for energy early on, unless like you're running with someone like Ningguang or the main character Geo MC. Then okay, he gets his ultimate back incredibly quickly, which is really good. But that's the thing, if you're running him as the only Geo character in the party, he doesn't really get Let's see, where are we going? Here. Increases attack damage by 15% unless you're running with 2 Geos, then okay. But like going into Zhongli, going into his details, going into his constellation, his second constellation actually grants you a Jade Shield when you use Planet Befall. Now this actually goes to your allies if they're nearby, which is really good, but this is locked behind a paywall. Constellation level 2. Unless you get stupid amounts of lucky as a free-to-play player, this is a paywall. I'm sorry, simple as that. Also with this, increases Planet Befall's AoE by 20%, increases the duration by petrification by 2 seconds. Now I don't really like mind all this, but it's funny because to me, like when you have him C6, he replaces the role of a healer. Like he's literally a healer. You no longer need healers. Like he literally is a healer. When the Jade Shield takes damage, which this provides a Jade Shield, right? His C2. 40% of that incoming damage is converted to HP. A single instance of regeneration cannot exceed 8% of that character's max HP. Okay, now he's a support. Here, I feel like he's an overall encompass support character because he actually heals through his Jade Shield, right? But like before his constellations, bro, this literally doubles the effectiveness of his E ability. This gives your allies a shield and actually provides support for the actual squad aside from just petrifying the enemies with your ultimate. Don't get me wrong, his ultimate is, in my opinion, probably one of the most amazing ones in the game. But like, you have to get it, right? Energy cost cooldown is 12 seconds, petrification duration is 3.7 seconds. So you have an, what is that, 8.3 seconds difference, assuming that you get your energy very quickly. Like I said, if you're running with two, like a Ningguang or a main character's Geo MC for like a domain, then alright, like you'll get your ultimate back like nothing. It's hotcakes, bro. Literally, yo, just he will have order, but he will not have order when he's by himself. And like, God forbid you don't pop your planet. Not even God forbid you don't have C1, C2, right, and don't provide Jade Shields to your allies, and your allies are now dead because you weren't able to pop off your Planet Befall in time, or you're not able to heal because like people thought that you were actually a half decent support character by himself as C0. Have fun trying to solo this the time what is it called? Have fun trying to solo these domains with a time limit, right? Like, sure, you can build them. I actually like them with a physical damage build if you actually have that available to you. I think that would be really good. I personally have mine literally built for support, but we'll usually bring a healer, or we're usually trolling or doing very easy domains. In harder domains, I definitely see Zhongli being a lot more viable if you're running him with like a healer on the side, but honestly, I'd probably just use Venti if it wasn't for the fact that I have a C2 Zhongli. If I didn't have if I had a C0 Zhongli, I probably wouldn't even be. I honestly probably wouldn't even have worked on him. Like I like him, I like his design, but seeing as these characters are pretty limited, I'm only trying to pick up one copy. Actually, you'll see in my summon videos. I still haven't posted them. I know I kind of spoiled the summon video, but I feel like this is kind of important to talk about. Alright, with all that being said though, in addition we have discovered from player feedback that there is indeed a bug affecting Zhongli at present. His level 2 constellation is activated, casting an elemental burst, may not trigger the damage boost of the elemental resonance effect, Enduring Rock. The developers are currently working on a fix, and we estimate the issue will be fixed in an update on 12.10, so in a couple days, travelers will be compensated accordingly. So that ultimate is going to actually be dealing more damage if you have the resonance, elemental resonance of having 2 Geo characters. So like I said, honestly, he does perform better with 2 Geo characters. He actually performs incredibly much better than I think a lot of the other elemental resonance bonuses. But like, this is his level 2 constellation, right? And this actually removes the shield and then reapplies a new shield, and that's why the elemental resonance doesn't really take into effect, because the elemental resonance states that you need to be under a shield to begin with. So that's going to be fixed, but like I said, I mean, that doesn't really change the overarching like problems that people are having with Zhongli to begin with. And like I said, I like Zhongli, I just wish that he hit harder. Simple as that. I just wish that he was a little more self-sufficient, I suppose, is the way that I'm looking at it. Like, he's mainly just tanky. But let me know what you guys think about your Zhongli's, if you pulled him or if you haven't. let me know how your experience obtaining Zhongli is. And also on top of that, let me know, for those that have a C0 Zhongli, let me know how you think about him. Maybe I'm talking on my ass about like getting his energy, but with like 113% energy recharge, I'm not really stacking a crap ton of energy recharge on him. He doesn't really get his ultimate back as soon as the cooldown's off. Usually I have to wait like a few seconds. It's not long, like it usually doesn't really make too big of a difference, but I do see myself struggling for energy occasionally, and I don't want to sacrifice damage at the moment or HP. I don't want to sacrifice crit rate, crit damage, attack, or that was the last one, or HP percent for energy recharge, which I probably should, but like if the gear doesn't drop for me, the artifacts don't drop for me, I'm not gonna level like plus 20 in artifact and then it doesn't go into energy recharge and I just wasted all those equipments, right? All those artifacts. But I'm gonna leave it at that. You guys grind, I'll catch up with you and stay blessed. Wish you the best luck yourselves. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.